Hello everyone, welcome to Korean Tapas again. This is Jisang Kim, the host of today. And please welcome my guests, please welcome my friends as always, my lovely friends from Spain and Seoul. Hello guys.
Hey there.
Hi, hi, hi.
Hey, and who wanna introduce themselves first?
Minki can go.
Okay, I drank a little bit and I'm not drunk, but still. Okay, hello everyone. I'm Minki and I really hope that you have a good January start of this year.
Especially for the people who are celebrating Lunar New Year's.
Yes, because we have Lunar New Year for next week, holiday.
Yeah.
We
Yeah, for your information, in Korea, we've just started our long holidays for like 5 days in a row.
Long holidays, 5 days.
Yeah. And how's everything, Ricard? How are you doing?
Very good, man. Very good. Looking forward to get more from you from today's topic. Thanks for asking.
Okay, let's begin again. As we talked in the last episode, there were lots of things to be discussed again about drinking culture in Spain and Korea, so we prepared the second episode of this interesting topic. And I clearly remember that my friend Minki really wanted to explain his experience and his thoughts about drinking games in Korea. How do you think?
Okay, we have a bunch of games. So what I wanted to start is, well, when we do the drinking game. Normally, we do the drinking game between like 20 or 30, right? And between 20 and 30, when we enter the university for the freshmen, we normally learn how to do the drinking game. Or when we do the blind date, 2 on 2, we call it in Korea meeting. It's not a business meeting. It's like 2 and 2 or 3 or 3 or 4 on 4, like male and female come together and drink together. But it will be somewhat awkward because they met first time. So for ice breaking, they do the many drinking
Drinking
games.
games. Wow.
Many
Interesting.
drinking games, as much as they can.
Okay, so tell me one game.
Okay, what I want to say is like, first of all, Baskin Robbins 31. Baskin Robbins is the ice cream brand in Korea.
Yeah. Okay.
You can flavor like you can flavor 31 flavor ice cream.
Oh wow. Okay.
So this is not PPL, but still, when we do the Baskin Robbins, the people who call 31 must drink, and we start from the number 1, and we count it. We can count it until 1, 2, 3. Oh, I'm horrible at explaining. Please help me, Jisang. Jisang, help me.
Do you need
Yeah,
my help?
me, please. Help, please.
Okay, so probably this is one of the most easiest game that we can play everywhere. So simply the people, every single person can count up to 3 numbers from 1, and obviously, so for example, if Minky starts, he can count 1 to 3 or 1 to 1. So up to 3 numbers. And the person right next to him will start we'll start from the very next number. So it's quite simple. Simply everyone can count up to 3 numbers in their turn. And the person who says 31, because it becomes the number in his turn, then he's the one to drink.
Okay, let's do it.
Let's try it. Yes,
let's try. Let's try. It's simple, so we can try. Like I can start, and next Jisang and next Ricard.
Okay.
1, 2, Jisang.
Okay, 4, 5, 6,
7,
8, 9, 10,
11, 12,
13, 14, 15.
16, 17.
18.
Are you doing math in your head?
Yes,
19, 20.
It's now getting interesting, right? 21.
I don't know where this is gonna land. Okay.
22, 22, 23, 24.
25, 26.
27, 28, 29.
Oh.
Then if I say 30, then Ricard will be the one to
Right.
drink the penalty shot. Right?
Okay, penalty shot.
Or if Jisang wants to drink, he can say 30 and 31.
Yeah, if he's
Yeah,
thirsty,
probably.
okay.
Yeah, probably. If I want to make the situation funnier, then why not? Yeah.
Ah, nice.
And
Nice.
if this game is doing done in the meeting, we call it like blind date, then the atmosphere goes
Yeah.
up.
Yeah. I mean, it's friendly, and yeah, I get it. Okay. But if I'm drinking too much, I cannot keep count, and I'm like trying to come up with a strategy and a plan, or thinking, okay, if when the numbers go around, maybe just some will say 30, and like if it's 31, it's calculations are too much alcohol.
Actually,
Okay.
that's the reason that we can do. I mean, they wanted to do like
Nice.
that's the
Okay,
ultimate
okay.
goal.
Yeah, you have to remember that the goal of this game is not to win, just to like ice break.
Ice break or make some others drink
Exactly. Make others drink. Yeah.
as
Yeah,
much
that's a
as they
part
can.
of ice breaking, I think. Can you explain some of the similar things like drinking games in Spain?
Wow. I mean, this one is very creative. I gotta say, I don't know many. I don't know when you are out with your boys, maybe you do shots, right? But that's everywhere, right? You do one shot and you do it in one go. People might drink beer like in one shot as well. You might get like, I don't know, a big beer and be manly enough to do it in one go. And then the only like game I really remember, apart from seeing it in the movies, the ping pong beer, things like that, is like that game where you have to say something to the group, right? And then if anybody on that group has done that thing, they just drink, right? So if we're the three of us here, and I say, I don't know, never have I ever, I don't know, eaten chicken, right? Then everybody who has eaten chicken, they will take a sip, right? And this is also a way to ask, like, depending on your group, right? You can ask more, I don't know, funny questions, right? And then you, without actually saying anything, people respond to it, right?
So then it's exactly the same with Never Have I Ever that they play in the United States, right?
I think so, yeah. But I mean, we do it in the translation in Catalan or Spanish. But again, not super. At least on my circle of friends, not super common to do these things. We just meet and drink. We don't have to do
Jisang,
these
have you
games.
have we had played this one before in Spain? Do you remember?
Oh, have you?
Really, I don't remember.
Because it was going not like just fun, but I remember this one goes to like something sexual question
Yeah,
as well.
could be. Sure. I mean, yeah.
Yes,
You
yeah,
get
I was surprised. Like they questioned like that I've never listened before.
Right. I mean, it could be like, let's say, a big group, boys and girls, whatever, and,
Yes,
and,
yeah.
and somebody says, never have I ever kissed Jisang, right? And we don't know, and then suddenly a girl just drinks beer. Oh, she kissed Jisang, right? And nobody knew, right? So that could be the fun part of the.
I was like, holy, this is Spain. Like I was like,
But it depends on group to group, right? I mean,
Yeah, actually, in Korea we do have the similar game, and I think this one is like funnier. I mean, more interesting than the original version of Never Have I Ever, because it's like, I don't know how to translate this game in English or in Spanish, but we call it like
손병호 game.
Zombion Game. We call it Zombion Game, and it's like, so for example, everyone starts with their hands open, with their five fingers open, and someone asks or says just simply one sentence that, so for example, fold your finger if you are in Barcelona. If I say that, Ricard has to
right,
fold his finger,
correct.
and after that, each one has their own turn to like speak out some like sentence. And obviously, as you can imagine, the person without their fingers left will have to drink.
Okay.
So this might be a very good method to ice break among all the people who they met for the first time.
Well, what I'm seeing the difference here is that it takes a long time for you to drink, right? It takes at least 5 people speaking until you can actually drink. While the other stuff is like, maybe you drink on every single question. Like if I'm asking, I don't know, yeah.
Okay,
I mean, my name starts with M, then Minki drinks. I live in Seoul, Minki drinks. Things like that, right? So in this case, in yours, it's like, okay, you get a breather. You can have a break for 5 turns, maybe. But in the other, it's like maybe every round is like go.
I think we open five fingers to have more chances to know each other more.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
one of the good
very
aspect, I guess.
very good translation, I think.
Right. It has another meaning. It's good.
Okay. I want another. I want to add another game. This is actually not the game. when I just want to make some other people drink, then when we drink something, and when we put down the cup, you have to put it on 2 times.
Oh, okay. So you tap the table twice. Pop, pop.
Always. Okay. And guess what? You always forget. I'm sure. Then when you drink it, and when you put it down one time, get another drink, and you get another drink, and strictly you put down one and again another.
So the game is like you have to keep tapping twice the table. Once you forget to do it twice, you have to drink again.
Yeah, okay. This one makes this game for an hour, and with another game like.
So it's a combination of two games.
Yes, combination, and this one goes crazy.
It's hard. Okay.
And within 1 hour, everyone gets drink and goodbye.
Well, 1 hour and done.
1 hour done.
Very, very, very functional. Yeah.
Yes, functional.
I think honestly, from our first episodes to the very last episodes, honestly, Minki and I talked about lots of negative aspects about our own country, but
come on,
today we can say some positive thing that we are the people who are very creative. Don't you think so, Minki?
This is creative, right? Creative.
Yeah, we are very creative people. Yeah.
Or there are so many games that I played a lot. Like, for example, just tear for one tissue, get one tissue.
Okay.
And everyone gets a tip. What can I say? They pick up one aspect, or what can I say? The
edge.
Pick up edge. Pick up the edge, and 1, 2, 3, you tear, and if you get the smallest one, you drink.
Okay, that's not very eco-friendly, but I get it.
Eco-friendly.
All right.
We create lots of ways to make people drink. I mean, as many ways as possible, always.
Exactly. Yeah, we love to drink. We love someone make drink, I think.
So, what happens when in the group there's someone who doesn't drink? Does this happen often?
No,
not in Korea.
We do respect. We do respect their, capacity, but usually, especially when the group contains both genders, usually, this is not like a fixed thing, but usually there comes a hero, so-called hero, to substitute his penalty or her penalty,
right?
And then the one who drinks instead will have chance to make a wish to the person who didn't want to drink.
This one comes up in about 10 years ago, before this kind of gender equality culture. This culture was always on some romantic comedy movie, or it was actually done in the drinking game always. Or I was like compelled to be the hero, because she cannot drink, you drink, and I cannot drink. I told it, but no, you can drink, and I'm not, and I was compelled.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, and I just drink, and I go to the hospital or something.
I'm guessing we already talked about it a little bit, like drinking etiquette, right? So yes, we're having parties and then drinking. But what happens when it's more formal? What happens when maybe it's a dinner with, I don't know, colleagues at work, or a Christmas party? Nothing more informal, but more formal. Is there anything I should know about when I travel to Korea?
I think Mingi is an expert in this area.
Protocol.
Would you explain for us?
Yes. Let me explain. First of all, the first thing is that you need to hide the brand name of the bottle.
Okay.
Either
it's wine or beer or whatever it is.
Okay, I will say just soju.
Okay, only
the Korean vodka, because we don't have a wine culture. Traditional wine culture.
Mm-hmm.
But beer can be. But normally, what I want to say is soju. Because as I know, long time ago, the soju has many brands, and the price was so different. So they wanted to make it hide and make it hidden for drinking. We cannot distinguish what the what is the most what is
Huh.
the
So when I pour you soju, I have to hide the brand of the soju I'm pouring to you, and then I just leave it on the table. Okay.
yes, and when you drink it, you need to turn a little bit,
To the side.
yeah, to the side and drink one shot. What? How is it? One
Yeah,
shot?
one
The
shot. I
English?
don't know.
One shot? Yes.
Bottoms up.
Bottoms up, like especially for the first shot. For the first shot, you need to drink it bottoms up.
Then I can go slowly in the second one. Okay.
Yes, yes. And what I want to say, the last one is the like when you toss it, the what can I say, the lower rank need to toss from the lower position.
So the two cups are not equally like same height, but the cup of the lower rank
Yes,
is lower.
yes. I mean, the some really old guy told me this one.
And then what about when you're saying you're drinking turning? Is everybody turns to the side, or only the lower rank, or who turns to the side to drink?
Lower rank.
Lower rank. The other one just looks you in the eye and drinks the soju. Okay.
Only the boss on top will not like turn. I mean, if there's like 4 or 5 people, probably except for that one people, the boss, they all gonna drink with their head turned.
Oh my god, this is mathematics. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's complicated. So here definitely it gets easier. I don't think there's anything when it comes to. I mean, sure, if you go to a fancy restaurant, you will see how the waiter would pour the wine. They might drop the bottle in some cloth. I don't know, things like that, so it doesn't like spill water or something. But in terms of if you are on a more formal environment with your friends or colleagues, I don't think there's anything exactly you wouldn't to do. I guess just serving others. Like if you see that your friend or your boss, uh, their cup is like almost empty, you would just pour him a little bit more. In terms of doing chin chin, like cheering, chin chin, chin chin. No height difference. You can do whatever, right? I've seen people very religiously after chin chin having to touch or tap the table before drinking. I don't know. It's like some people take it very religiously. They do chin chin and then they tap the glass on the table and then they drink, not
I
directly.
have a question. Religious people can drink? I mean,
Oh yes.
I mean, the word religious said. Like,
No, I mean, okay. What I meant religiously, I mean that like they do it no matter what. But sure, I mean, don't they drink wine at the church with
okay.
that angel bread? I don't know how's it called.
Oho, oho.
Ojo. Look at me in the eyes. Could be a thing. Yeah, if you're having a shot or something, look somebody in the eyes instead of
Like because this is quite different. Like Korea, we cannot see the eye. Or we cannot do the eye contact because if someone is higher, then we need to toss it. Like we need to turn. We cannot look at the eye. Like look at the eyes just between friends.
So he would be different. I guess he would be a sign of respect, maybe that look at me in the eyes when you talk to me or when you drink or whatever, rather than hiding or rather than.
Jisang, could you explain more? I mean,
Probably we've already talked about this thing in the last episode, but I want to emphasize again that there are huge pressure to drink when we are with the higher people. I mean, nowadays there are not many people who gives out direct pressure to drink the alcohol, even if he or she doesn't want to. But still, there exists invisible pressure or invisible burden that someone has to drink when they're higher. I mean, the person in the higher position gives them the alcohol to drink. I mean, I'm not really sure how people think nowadays, but in the past, it's considered to be a courtesy to drink every shots that are given by the bosses.
and when you toss it, like we need to make some phrase for making meaning of this reunion. Like
So like, thank you for having me, or thank you for taking me to dinner, or things like that.
And for me, it was a huge pressure, like more than actual drinking. Like,
what do you say? How do you say it?
What I need to say for emphasizing and expressing our team to the like higher level leader.
So it's simply like giving a toast to the group of people with them.
Yes, but you need to say a little bit longer, like in this year. Yes, in this year, our team has a goal to this one, and so we should have this on. So I think our teammates are good, so we can make it a lot less fighting, like this one. And I was criticized that I wasn't good at this one, really.
I love what you write here in our notes about pairings. So, if you come to Spain, do you guys think that there are drinks that cannot be drunk with certain food? Do you think that in Spain, if you, I don't know, if you ask for beer while having your steak, is it bad manners? Do you have any idea?
You mean that if there are things that we think awkward to be together?
Correct. Yes. So you go to a restaurant or a bar. Do you think there's something in Spain that you could not order together?
That's interesting because I've never thought about this. I've always thought about the good pairings.
So let's say you are eating fish. What kind of wine would you order?
White wine, I guess.
I mean, that would be the expected, right? Because that's usually what goes well. But again, I don't think nobody will blame you if you ask for red wine. I mean, clearly, it's if you go to a restaurant with maybe a set menu, I'm sure it's gonna be white because it goes well. As you know already, if you go eat some meat, it will probably be red. But then you will see crazy stuff. I mean, people might drink beer during a more formal lunch or dinner, and that's fine as well. Um, so you might have a table with people drinking red wine, people drinking beer, and everybody's eating a steak or whatever. So it doesn't really matter what you're having.
But you don't mix it.
No mix. No, I hope not. No, it's dangerous mixing.
Are there any like typical or symbolic famous food pairing in Spain?
Food pairing with drinks. You mean?
Uh-huh.
Yes. So, like for dessert, have you when you were in Galicia, did you try tarta de Santiago?
Mhm.
Do you recall it? Okay, so it's like I don't know, it's almond an almond cake. So that goes very well, at least here in Catalonia, with muscatel. It's like sweet wine, and even if you go like during lunch, during the week, right? You go to lunch and maybe you see at the menu items, you see at the very bottom, you might say Tarta Santiago. It always comes with sweet wine, a very very small chupito, small shot, right? You could decline it if you have to work afterwards, but it goes very well and it's sweet and yeah, that's one great pairing, definitely.
Cake and wine.
So some yeah, it's a sort of almond cake, yeah. Yeah, I think it's almond, yes.
Interesting, because in Korea there are, I mean, personally I want to say them like the El Clasico of the food pairing in Korea,
Clasico,
because there
alright.
are two very great and famous food pairing with the alcohol. The first one is chicken with beer, and the second one is Korean barbecue with soju. And this pairing is, I mean, believed to be how to say, like the rule that we cannot break. Of course, there are many people who, I mean, who, of course, everyone chooses to drink whatever they want to drink, but as I told you guys in the beginning, these two pairings are believed to be the rule. So it's like it's considered to be the default thing. It's very
Then
interesting.
Default.
I've broken rules. I think yeah. When I went to Korea, we had barbecues with beer. So and now I'm ashamed to not have known this rule before. So yeah, I'll correct that next time I'm there. Definitely.
Yes, but yeah, still, I mean, yeah, this is a rule and kind of Bible that you cannot break at all. Yeah, this is so strong. Yes, so strong. Especially for the chicken and beer, we call it like a word like chimek because Korean word beer is 맥주 and chicken is chicken, so we added chimek, and this is now I heard that this is kind of trend in the Asia country.
Nice.
We made it like chimek.
So instead of saying you go for chicken, you say you go for chimek, which implies chicken and beer.
Yes.
Yeah, that's quite common. That's quite common. Of course, there are some people say that chicken with Coca-Cola is better, but there are more people
really? Okay.
who think chicken is better with beer.
I mean, what happens when you are underage, right? If you are 16 and you go for chicken, then you cannot have beer. Probably. I don't know.
Their father will drink it. Their father will drink it. And don't worry, their father will. And actually, we can say also 파전, right? 막걸리.
Yeah, there are another. I mean, another food pairing in the third place and these are called Korean pancake with rice wine, and in Korean we say pajeon with makgeolli.
Oh, I love
This pairing
it.
is very traditional because the main food and the drink themselves are very traditional Korean ones. So yeah, it's not as common as the previous two pairings, but obviously this one is quite considered to be default setting, as
So
we
makgeolli
mentioned. Yeah,
is rice wine.
that's how we translate, but that's not the part. That's not the
Well, yeah, okay.
wine. Yeah.
Not, yeah, I know. So I've seen, you explain me why, but I've seen that when you drink makgeolli, you usually do it on, is it copper cups? Like,
Oh,
it's not glass, but you usually do it in a more copper plate. Not even a cup, but it's like copper plate, right?
that's kind of bowl, like
A bowl, a
bowly.
bowl. Okay, a bowl. Yeah, okay. Is there any reason that you know, or is just tradition?
Tradition. Yeah, that's like a cup from a century ago, I guess.
Nice.
And to like maintain the feeling, maintain the atmosphere of that old days, we just drink the makgeolli with that cups.
Oh yeah, these days the fancy restaurant serve with the cup, actual the crystal cup makgeolli with makgeolli.
And then one more thing, what I saw, you explain me if that was a one-time thing or actually a real thing. I saw some people like they were drinking makgeolli, and then after they finished the bowl, they would just put the bowl over their heads and turn it just to show off that they had drink everything. Because if you don't drink everything and then you turn your bowl upside down over your head, you get wet. So is that the thing? Is that or not?
Ah,
Minky is laughing.
I've done it twice in my life, but
Okay,
not
so
more.
it's not a thing then. Not another thing.
I mean, it's not strange, but it's not that common, I guess. How do you think?
If somebody gets used to drink a lot, for example me, like that, I try to drink less than normal, and my friends always pointed out, and oh, you didn't drink it, and okay, I'll drink it. Oh, make it on your head.
So you can confirm before your friends that okay, I have actually drank everything in my bowl. Okay.
I cannot avoid it at all. Like I cannot say, yeah, okay, you need to drink it. Like and then like okay, whatever, and again go to hospital, whatever.
Okay. It's only for special people like Minky, not for
But
cool,
yes,
nice people like Jisang. Okay.
he's city boy, right? I mean, I'm
City boy,
that's,
city boy.
That's the
Yes.
big difference. Like yeah.
Yeah, he's fashion and city is different. Minky, you will know eventually. Eventually, when you get used to the city.
Yeah, if you have any questions about our traditional, values, you just have to ask it to Minky, not me.
So I will add one more pairing, like additional. Like for example, we can add anything from this one, like rice makgeolli with tofu and kimchi, or makgeolli with some pork, steamed pork and kimchi and some fish.
Would it be rude for me to go to a barbecue and order makgeolli, the rice wine?
Oh no. It's
It's fine?
totally possible. Totally possible.
Okay,
Yeah.
totally possible. Okay,
But I don't think there's Korean barbecue serve makgeolli.
In some places, yeah.
Yeah, in some places. Yeah.
So they might not have it. We need to change that. Makgeolli everywhere, please.
We're living in 21st century, and there are lots of people who want to break the rule.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Lastly, I've actually brought an extra topic about the drinking things because I've just read the interesting article about the effect of COVID on drinking habit change in Korea. There are quite interesting facts that are found after COVID breakout in Korea. There were actual surveys and statistics about the drinking habit change in Korea. First, people started to drink more often, but less alcohol. Second, home alone drinking became as a trend in Korea because in the past, it's considered to be very strange to drink alone in their home or even outside, but nowadays it becomes a quite normal thing. Of course, not everyone does it, but it's very normal nowadays. And lastly, the family drinking has become very common and popular as well. And I thought personally, these facts are very interesting and quite different from what they've experienced in the 2019 or 2019 or 2018 and before that.
Interesting that you're saying that drinking at home is not common or was not common before in Korea, because I mean, of course, now with COVID, if you were in lockdown, where are you gonna go? But I would say like I don't know. I guess it depends from person to person. But I would rather drink home alone than alone in the bar.
Mm,
Like if you really like you're going out because I don't know that your friends are somewhere else, you don't have anybody. I don't think I would go to the bar alone to drink at the bar. Just I would rather just stay at home and then prepare myself a drink at home and catch a movie rather than drinking
mm,
alone outside. So for me, it's not super strange to say, okay, yeah, I'm drinking at home. I'm not getting super drunk, but I know also my friends like sometimes we cannot meet and they tell me, yeah. So I was at home catching a movie on Netflix, and I was drinking wine. So
mm.
that's also fine, right? But you're saying that this is new in Korea, so that's interesting. And then family drinking rice. I'm not sure what do you mean. Like we've always drink with the family here. I don't know.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
interesting. I'm gonna explain you the detail. I mean, the result of the survey, because before COVID broke out, it said people usually drink with their friends or with their colleagues more often than the number of drinkings with their family. I mean, double the number with their family. I mean, in terms of the frequency. But nowadays, the results say the result is totally opposite. So, like the number of frequency of the drinking with their family is now double the number of drinking with their colleagues and friends.
Okay, but define drinking. I mean, like if you're having lunch or dinner is and then you're having wine or beer, is that drinking or what do you mean by drinking?
Honestly, I haven't checked that, but probably I think people will consider drinking as having a drink more than 2 cups or 2 shots,
Right.
at
So
least. At
not
least.
while eating, but like maybe after dinner, then you sit together and you drink. I don't know, soju or
Mhm,
hard rock.
mhm,
Okay. I see.
I guess so. Yeah.
I see. Then I would say yeah. I don't know. I guess it depends on family to family. In my case, no, we don't meet for specific drinks. I
mhm,
guess we do for lunch or for dinner, right? And if it's like we had Christmas right 2 months ago, and surely we were having big Spanish
mm.
dinners with wine and cava and but not specifically to say yeah let's go drink and let's play drinking games with my parents. No, that's not no.
Actually, I'm really interested that drinking solo, drinking alone, the proportion is getting higher, because for us, especially for Koreans, we always thought that the eating needs to be with friend or colleagues, like with somebody. Because for example, Korean barbecue, in the past we cannot eat alone, even
we
though
could,
you
we
have.
could, but it's we were required with, I mean, huge
Mhm, mhm,
courage
mhm.
to
Like
try it.
people, yeah, people might see you as like, wow, he's eating alone, like. But
Poor
nowadays,
fella.
like,
Okay.
yeah.
Then that's what they saw me when I was in Korea last time. I was going for vacation by myself,
Mhm.
and they thought,
But you.
"Oh, this poor European guy, poor thing." And I even remember one place in Seoul. They turned me down. I was going in. I don't know what. I don't know. It's a restaurant.
Mhm.
They said, "No. Like two persons." And I'm like, I don't know. I'm gonna pay. I'm gonna pay anyway. So then I went to another place and I ordered, I don't know, it was pork belly or something, and the woman explained to me that I had to order like two sets, like not one
Mm,
set. And I said, sure, bring two. I'll eat it anyway.
mm.
That was interesting.
Nowadays, it's changing for like.
I mean, even before 2020, eating alone became quite common and normal in Korea,
Mhm.
but thanks to the pandemic, it became faster and faster as a norm here. I mean, eating alone is very normal here.
Yeah, because we have nowadays in Korea, we have so many, what can I say, one person family. What do we call it in English? Like the people who live by themselves.
single household. How do you say?
Yeah, single household. Yeah, we are getting more proportion of this single household. So we don't use many. We don't use the refrigerator as many as before because
The
if
refrigerator.
you
What do you mean the refrigerator?
because if you live alone, you don't
Uh-huh.
cook that much. You just make it deliver.
Well, but that's Korea. I mean, here you could live alone and cook a lot. I mean, the thing, maybe this is another episode, but I mean, in Korea, I don't know why it's so cheap to go outside to eat. Here it's not. So even if you live alone, you will cook because it's way, 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 way cheaper than going out and healthier.
healthy, of course. Yeah.
Okay, I think we've shared most of the topics left for this theme. I think this topic, I mean, to be honest, can bring probably more than 6 episodes. But if you want to make it short, we can just limit it to 2 episodes like today. Yeah.
I mean, we can leave it to the listeners. If they have more questions, they can leave us a comment on our website.
Oh yeah,
and
please.
We can...
Oh please. Like we have I have a bunch of experience. Please tell me.
Yeah. Because personally, I think this is the topic that made Minki very interesting, more than any topic. Okay, thank you guys for sharing your opinion about this interesting topic, even though, I mean, especially thank you, Minki, because you got your home late after your social drinking to prepare your experience again.
Thank you, Minki, for the effort. Yeah.
And hope we can meet each other again with a better and more interesting topic.
Thank
you, guys. Bye.
Thank you.
Have a nice day, everyone, and stay tuned as always. Bye-bye.